Hey guys, welcome back. This is my first project for Kitaholic kits for the month of March, and I am starting with this project life layout. Now, I will say that even though I chose my cards beforehand, which is basically those three colored papers, I really struggled getting into this layout because I hadn't crafted for maybe 3 or 4 days by this stage. And I was just sort of out of the habit of doing that. And so this title page, I feel like it took me forever and ever and ever. Not the title page, sorry, the title card. Just because I just didn't have my little crafty mojo that I normally have. But anyway, I am basically starting with the title page and title card. And I just wanted to bring in the blue and the yellow from my layout because as you will see once I take away that sticker sheet, this entire layout is very much focused on the blues, the pinks, and the yellows. So I'm going for a very pastel vibe. And the reason is because this was the week that we celebrated my sister-in-law's baby shower. And so I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of like pastel vibes in this particular layout. I also dyed my hair blue this particular week, so that's why I definitely wanted in some of the blues, but I wanted it to be softer because honestly by this stage in my Project Life album, we had done so many things at the beach that involved swimming that every week has been like a teal color in my Project Life. So I wanted something a little bit different. So that's why I was going for the pastel colors. And those balloons obviously are because there was a celebration this week being my sister-in-law's baby shower. I used the alphas that we got in the kit, and I love these alphas because they're itty bitty tiny. I actually have a pack that I got myself a little while ago. They're very tiny, so they're perfect for Project Life, and there are so many letters in them. It's great, and numbers actually, just like also. But yeah, I really like these alphas. They're a nice font, nice size. I like the color that they're like nice stark white. Anyway, big fan of these. Now, as I have been chatting away, I am just going to decorate this title card anymore. This is kind of what I'm talking about when I said I was struggling. I just didn't feel very confident in my choices. And I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do and how I wanted to make this card look. And it just took a while until I decided that I'm going to do my trusty old star embellishment clusters, where basically I take matching papers, I punch out a bunch of stars, and I stick them down because that is easy. So in this month's kit, we got these incredible 12 by 12 sheets of pastel, just sort of mixed media style paper. The back was more mixed media than the front, which is what I've used here. But it just meant that I had a lot of these beautiful pastel colors to use, and then I could scatter them throughout the page. So I'm basically going to create two little star clusters, starting with the top of those little balloons. And I am trying not to have the exact same colors overlapping on the same card. So basically I didn't want too much pink on the pink card because it would just basically get lost. And because I have those three cards in the different colors, I thought it would be nice and cohesive if I had them all in different colored stars. I decided I needed like a few more itty bitty stars, so I'm using my itty bitty star punch, and I'm just taking this paper that we got in the kit and I'm just punching out some of the colors that I like from that. And this also gives me the opportunity to add a bit of variation in the colors. So I'm still going for mainly the pinks, blues, and yellows, but I am getting slightly different tones of those three colors, which I really liked doing as well. These tiny little stars are so finicky though, and my hands always get like covered in glue when I do this. Now I am going on and I'm doing this little star cluster on the bottom right hand corner of this card as well. But first I'm starting off, I'm just taking this little love heart, I'm sticking it between the week and the 6 because there was a bit of a space there, which I didn't like. And then I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm not actually using any of those big giant stars just because they're a bit big for any of these like smaller size cards, but I do like to use them when I'm using a 12 by 12 piece of paper or using a 12 by 12 layout. Now I'm just outlining these stars using my white Jelly Roll pen to make them pop off the page a bit more. And last but not least, I am adding my date. Now we're basically like halfway through this video and I've only done the starting, like one single starting card, which just shows like how long it took me to get into my creative mojo for this layout. But the good thing is once I was in it, it was fine. Once I had like a bit of a formula figured out for myself, I was able to just jump in and do the thing. Now, that is all done. I'm just adding a little dash. Oh, I'm going to do this on all these cards actually. I am taking a matching Posca paint pen and I'm doing a little polka dot border on the outside. So I do it on the pink and I do it on the yellow and I do it on the blue. You cannot see it on camera on the yellow at all. Just flagging that. I am taking the cut apart sheet, which I really, really liked because they had all of these wonderful 3x3 cut aparts, and I'm cutting them and I'm basically creating my own journaling cards, which I really enjoyed because they could all be matchy and cohesive, and I really liked how that turned out. So this is me doing the blue. The blue does show up quite well and the pink shows up quite well, but the yellow definitely did not. Now, moving on, I have got, so on this layout, sorry, my voice just cracked there for a moment. On this layout, I have got 2 journaling cards. So I don't have any sentiment cards. I have to have 2 journaling cards because of the stories that I want to tell. And so I am using one of those little cut apart with the journaling sections here, and I cut the borders off to make it a bit smaller. I am taking a yellow sticker from the sticker sheet, and I'm also going to add some more of those stars as they appear. The story that I wanted to tell on this card is the story of my daughter and me going for a bike ride to her school in the morning. Now, she didn't make it all the way because we actually live down the bottom of a very big hill. And so getting to her school, it's all the way at the top of the hill. So she got past part way up the hill, and then she didn't make it all the rest of the way. But I still wanted to tell the story because she was so excited, and it was all fine because my mum had the car, and so we got her to pick Emma up in the car, and we put the bike in the car. So it was no dramas. We anticipated that the hill might be big, and then I rode the rest of the way, and oof, that hill was big. I was puffed. Now, moving on to this next card, which is also going to be a journaling card just about my hair because I dyed it blue. And this wasn't a journaling card. This was obviously a sentiment card, but I wanted to use that blue frame. So I'm just creating my own journaling card by using my X-Acto knife and cutting out the center. And then I'm going to stick that onto this lined paper card that I have here. I am also doing an exclusive on the other side of this layout will be an exclusive, and I'm doing this exact same thing on the other side as well, which is actually the page that talks about the baby shower itself. But that'll be an exclusive for Kitaholic Kids subbies. Now, I am sticking that down and I'm following that exact same formula, which is really good. I am taking this little sticker that says fun, and I'm sticking that again down the bottom, and I am doing the little star clusters as well. What I really like about how it ultimately looks is that this page, all the little star clusters kind of flow a little bit down the page, which I really like. And in the end, the page looks really nice to me. I thought that it was just really happy and sort of celebratory and kind of like whimsical how it turned out. Sorry, can you tell that I'm losing my voice? I'm losing my voice. I also lost some footage. So I'm just showing you here what I did. I just stuck some stickers down onto those photos, and I took all of those little butterfly stickers to kind of break off those 2 photos of me. And then I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more of the stars because I haven't had any stars on any of the photos. I only have the stars on the journaling card. So I was like, since we're going for this very whimsical sort of fairy in the woods kind of look for this whole layout, which is kind of an aesthetic that I'm loving right now. Since we're going for that, I wanted to just really add a bunch of little stars to that border between those photos. Now I'm doing some lines. I think I've said this in a previous video, but I find that when I draw my lines, my lights just turned off there. I find out when I draw my lines of my journaling before I do my journaling, my handwriting is so much neater, and the whole thing just looks so much neater. So I tend to, very much to my annoyance, because it's not the most fun part of the process, but I do draw these lines because ultimately I like how it looks so much better. When it's not a card like this where I kind of have to draw different lines, I would often use one of my line stamps to do the lines. But in this instance, because of that flower cluster there, I couldn't really stamp around that. And so I'm going to add some journaling, and then this layout is basically done. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I will see you all again next week for another one. Bye.